Hey gamers, I am CyberSnake7 and welcome back to the Snake Pit, and this is going to be my very last pickups video for 2022 and this is going to be, of course, a bumper edition, unfortunately, because I did miss the end of November pickups video due to work and Christmas edging ever so close, and it was just chaos basically, so I just didn't have the opportunity to do the videos. So last few days of my holiday, I'm enjoying today and yesterday because the wife more or less had majority of the holiday I've had off as well, so I just haven't had the opportunity to do what I wanted to do. My plans just went out that window. So taking full advantage of yesterday and today, so I'll get this video up, show you what I've got. As I say, it's a bit of a bumper. So I've got vinyl again, I've got Super Nintendo, I've got Switch, PS5, PS2, and a couple of gifts I'm going to talk about what I had for Christmas. So let's just get on. But before we start, let's just say I hope everybody had a great Christmas, and I had a quiet one, just me, the missus and the dog. I had our dinner, sat down and just chilled all day long. We've done all the visiting on Boxing Day. Just so for the past like 4 or 5 years, I've gone to people's houses for dinner and we've just rushed around, and I just didn't really want that anymore. I just wanted to sit down, make my own dinner and just chill out, and then think about doing the visiting and things like that the next day. So that's what we did. So apart from that, it's just been pretty chilled, and now, as I say, I'm enjoying the gaming. I'm literally uploading a new game on the PS5. I've been playing Modern Warfare far too much, so I thought I'd get a game out that I've had for a good few months, Returnal for the PS5. So as this is uploading, I thought a good time to get this video up and obviously show you the rest of my goodies from 2022. So let's not beat around the bush. We'll talk about the presents first. Now, the one I can't show you because you'll see will be an upcoming room 2 video when I get it finished in 2023. It's going to be an 80-inch static screen for my rear projection TV the wife bought me. At the moment, it's projecting off the main wall. The picture quality is okay. It's playable, usable, but it's not showing off its true potential. And with this static screen, like a framed screen with the white inlay, it will give you the proper vibrancy, the proper 4K feel, and it will look pretty amazing. So I've got that that I've got to get on the wall eventually. And then finally, I had a film. I don't show too many films, but it was the Christmas box off the wife, and I like this film. It's a bit like this with people, but it is the Batman, the Zavvi exclusive, and I really do like this film. Very long film. As I say, it's nearly touching 3 hours. Me and the wife sat down and watched this Christmas Day, and she actually sat and watched it for 3 hours, and she actually enjoyed it, which I was pretty amazed about. So she wants to watch the other Batman now, Dark Knight and Batman Begins and things like that. So it's all good. She wants to watch Batman all day long. I'm happy with that. But what you get is, of course, 2 steelbooks, both the same film, but just basically 2 different steelbooks in 2 different styles of picture, which is pretty awesome. So I had that, excuse me, I had that. And then I had of course, the static screen for the wall for my rear projection TV, which will be going on the wall eventually. And as I say, I'm going to change this room. I don't know how many times I've said it. Change it round, get it right, and the way it stays is the way it's going to stay now. Because as I say, I've got a couple of one-up arcades. I do want one more, and that is going to be coming sometime this year, but I don't know when. But that'll just happen when it happens. But as I say, enough going on blah blah blah. Let's get on with what we got on this floor, because there's quite a bit to show you. So we'll start with the vinyl. Last 3 vinyl, gaming vinyl of course, and we'll start with this one. Now this one I don't think I've shown, but this is another Street Fighter soundtrack, and this is for Street Fighter 3, and this is for the Second Impact and then Street Fighter 3 New Generation. This is the laced record variant of that. As you can see, it's in a nice box set. Now it comes in 3 vinyls. That one, actually it comes in 4 vinyls, I do apologise. You got that one, you got that one. Fantastic artwork for these. And of course that one. Now these are all, of course, coloured vinyl. This one's a blue variant, blue splatter variant. So I was lucky to get this because I actually missed out on this when Laced Records released it. So I was lucky enough to get it off eBay, and I got it for a half decent price, to be honest with you, because these, once these sell out, they are very, very difficult to get for a good price. Anything under £100 you'd be lucky to find. But I think I've paid about £80 for this, which, to be honest, is fairly good because it's about £60 like from retail anyway. So £20 extra on top all day long. So well happy to have that. So it's a Laced Records Street Fighter 3 soundtrack. And then finally, these two, oh, I've waited a long time for these. Now, I was originally going to get the box set of this with about 13 vinyl in, but when I seen it, I got confused because I seen it and it had the autograph of the person who made this game in there, but I only thought it was standard vinyl. So I didn't buy that, and I bought the two editions, edition 1 and edition 2 of this game. But I found out that the box set actually come out in two formats, and it come out in a coloured vinyl set and a standard set, which I was gutted about. But it is what it is, and I've done it now. But what we're talking about here is these, and these are absolutely amazing. I absolutely love them. So this is the Shenmue 3 Volume 1 vinyl set, and as you can see, absolutely beautiful boxes. And inside we have, of course, the pamphlet, and it gives you just a few details. It's in Japanese and English, thankfully. Oh, actually, yes, it is Japanese and English. So it's got a nice little colour booklet there. You got the like a little certificate with it, and then of course the vinyls. And in this one you get the five vinyls. So on each of the vinyls you'll get like a different picture, like so. And that one, and then finally that one. Now these are of course all coloured vinyl, which I really wanted. So yet again, each vinyl is a different colour. So obviously you got the orange one there. Now I'm assuming the next one is going to be a different colour. I'll show you this one and then we'll move on to box set 2. So this one is a red variant. So they're all coloured vinyl. Absolutely ecstatic to have this because this is an absolutely awesome soundtrack. And the funny thing is I've got Shenmue 3, the actual game, the box set up there, and I haven't even played it yet. I haven't even broke the seal on the game. So I've yet to play it. A lot of people have said, of course, it's not the game they anticipated it was going to be. They expected a hell of a lot more from it. It's ended exactly the same as any typical Shenmue would, leaving it open. Whether he does a new one, that's anybody's guess, but time will tell. But there you go, there's Volume 1. Absolutely beautiful box set. Absolutely superb, love that. And then finally, we have Volume 2. More of the same, of course, all the vinyl tracks on the back there. And yet again, the same inlay, of course, with the booklet. Another verification card. Now these ones are more so pictures of, they are Shenmue 3, but they look more like Shenmue 2 pictures. But there you go, there's the first picture. These are all of the characters from the game, of course. Pretty amazing artwork on these sleeves. Really do love these artwork on the sleeves. Long D. And then of course that character, I don't know who that character is, yet to find out. But yet again, just to show you one of the vinyls, these are yet again coloured vinyls, and this is a brown coloured vinyl. Very strange to have a brown coloured vinyl. Now I've played Volume 1. I haven't sat through Volume 2 yet, so that is on the cards. And then of course we've got a yellow vinyl there, so you can just imagine all different coloured vinyls. Absolutely amazing soundtracks. very, very happy to have these. But as I say, I would have liked the actual box set where you had, I think, literally 14 vinyls. You had more vinyl in there, and you also had a certificate signed by Yu Suzuki, which I would have really liked. But unfortunately, I missed out because I thought the box set was only standard black edition and not coloured vinyl. So it is what it is. But there you go. Shenmue 3 Part 2. So really, really happy with those. So amazing soundtracks. Really, really like them. But that is all my vinyl up to date now. As I say, I do have other vinyl, but they're rock albums. Not too sure if anybody's interested. If you are, let me know down below in the comments. I'll show them next month. It's totally up to you, because I do collect normal run-of-the-mill vinyl also. It's not just gaming. So that's that out of the way, a bit of vinyl. So what we'll do now is move on to what's behind me. And now this is, I still always go on the hunt for PS2 games, especially fighting games. And this is a game I've never played before, and I found it for a really cheap price on eBay. And that is, of course, Arcania Heart for the PS2. Now this is a one-on-one fighter, of course, but these are all female protagonists in the game, and really nice condition, of course. Fully come with a manual and all that. I think I paid about £8 or £9 for this, which is really quite good to pick up a Japanese fighting game for that cheap. So looks pretty amazing. Haven't had the opportunity to play it yet. I've just literally loaded it up on the PSX just to have some background noise in the background. So I'll be giving that a go actually before I actually play Returnal, I think. So very happy to pick that one up. I do have another PS2 fighting game coming. I can't ever stop buying PS2 fighting games. There are more expensive ones out there. I've just picked one up recently, which is on the way, of course, which is quite an expensive fighting game, but it's finished off a series for me, which I'm really happy to have finished off. And then there's one more I want, and that'll finish another trilogy of fighters off. But the third edition is going to be on the Switch, which is Japanese only release, which I'll show you in one of next year's videos, which hopefully I'll be getting within the next couple of months. Right, so that's the Arcania Hearts for PS2. Love that. Now, the Super Nintendo game. Now, I was watching Eddie Rollercore. Now, he was showing his Super Famicom games, and he was talking about picking up Earthworm Jim. Now, that is something I've never added to the collection, original NTSC variants of them. For some reason, I don't know why, I've just bypassed them. I did have them both watching them a watch list, but you're talking about 250, 175, 250 for one, and the first one and the second one. So I did pick up from I Am 8-Bit the Legendary editions. Now, I'll show you these 1 minute. Now, the Legendary editions of these, so they are like nice fancy covers, and you open them up, and of course you've got the artwork inside, and then you do get like a cartridge. This is a red variant cartridge. I do have the Mega Man one as well, the Mega Man X one, and then they brought out the Lion King one, which I don't really want, but then they brought out a Earthworm Jim 1 and 2 special edition. Now that, I totally let it bypass me, and that would have been perfect for me, because I thought if I can pick that up, I'd have had the 2 games, 1 cartridge, and it'd have saved me a couple of £100, because it's still in an NTSC case. It's in a nice collector's box set, but I missed out on it for the price that it was, and then it just went to £300, and I could not get it for love nor money. And I thought, there's no way I'm paying that kind of money. I might as well get it original and buy them both for the same price. Well, literally a day after I watched Eddie's video and he was talking about Earthworm Jim, I thought, I'm going to have a look on that day to see if there's anything on there. And lo and behold, there was a I Am 8-Bit Legacy collection box set, and it was a good price. So I thought, yep, I'm having that. So here it is. This is the Earthworm Jim 1 and 2 Legacy Edition I Am 8-Bit Special. Lovely, like shiny back cover there. This one, yet again, has the artwork inside. And the cartridge in this one, now when these originally come out, there's a set colour and there's also a limited edition cartridge, and you're very lucky if you get that limited edition cartridge. Now this one, it was a Blanca green see-through cart if you were lucky to get it. I'm not too sure what the Mega Man X was, but this one, if you got the cartridge, the very limited cartridge, it was like white and it was like a cow, with black and white like a cow. But if you didn't get that, then you would get this variant, which is of course the pink variant, which is like the worm colour, which isn't that bad to be honest with you. But as I say, for what you get, I really do like this edition. Lovely manual, untouched manual, and it's got obviously Earthworm Jim, and then oh, actually what we got here, I think we've got two. Yeah, we have. Yeah, we've got Earthworm Jim 2 and then Earthworm Jim. So we've got the two in one instruction manual. We've got the card, and then I'm not too sure what this is. Look at advertisements that you get with it, as you do. It's a poster actually, that is. So it comes really nicely boxed up. And as I say, this was given for silly money, like 300 quid. And I thought, I'm not kind of paying that money. I'm just going to wait. And I'm glad I did. And it was just by chance, watching Eddie's video, I thought, let me have a look and see, see what's going on. Because as I say, I did have the original Earthworm Jim 1 and Earthworm Jim 2 in my watch list, but I didn't really want to pay that kind of money. And then I seen this Legacy set, 150. I thought, yeah, I'll have that. So all day long, happy to have that. And I finally have Earthworm Jim 1 and 2 in the Super Nintendo collection at last. So that's the Super Nintendo. I do have two more games to show you, but I'll keep them for next year. As I say, I'm picking up the Super Nintendo bits and drabs now. It's only games that I've wanted and just haven't got round to getting. There still are a couple of expensive ones, but if I get round to getting them, I'll get them. If I don't, then I don't. It's just the way it is, because as I say, I've got a great collection of Super Nintendo. I'll do a video next year, just give you an update and tell you how I'm getting on with that and what I've got. And because I just love to buy them in the best condition possible, so I can then just keep them. I'm like storing them away so they don't get damaged or whatever. I don't know, just like something about Super Nintendo cardboard. I just want to keep it in good condition. But anywho, that's your Super Nintendo done and dusted. So what we'll do, we'll get the PS5 out of the way and then finish on the Nintendo Switch. So PS5, I went a bit crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 PS5 games. Firstly, I started with this one. I'm yet to play this one, but if you are a retro arcade fanatic and you want a quick fix game that you just take you back to the arcades and when you was a kid, this game has it all apparently, and it is called Battle Axe. And this one is an absolutely awesome, like, top-down view arcade action brawler. Only 5 levels, but it's, as I say, it's a quick fix arcade style. The music in it is awesome. The voice in it, the voices, it just takes you back to literally like being on an arcade machine. That's how good this is. It really is a fantastic looking game. I've seen lots of reviews on this and lots of people saying how good this is. But I say it's not very long, unfortunately. I think it's 5 levels long. But if you want the best edition, this one is the one to have, because this comes with the soundtrack. The Nintendo Switch one doesn't, unfortunately. So I picked up the PS5 version, and I picked it up quite cheap actually. I think it's about £25 I got this for, which is pretty good. But I have undone it, ready to play. But as you can see, nice cover, and you do get the soundtrack in there also as well. So that is definitely, if you're into your old arcade style beat 'em up kind of, slash 'em up kind of games, give this a go. It looks, and just check it out before you even think about buying it. It is an awesome looking game, and I cannot wait to get this on and give this a go. So that is Battle Axe. That's the PS5 special edition. Then we have this one, which was an Amazon one-day special. So I thought I've got to give it a go. Sonic for me, it's a definite hit and miss. Sonic is, and there's been more misses than hits where Sonic's concerned, as far as I'm concerned anyway. The side-scrolling platform games, yeah, pretty good, but the 3D effect ones, I don't know. So this was there on Amazon, £30, $29.99, 1 day special, so I grabbed it. So I got Sonic Frontiers, or Sonic Frontier, yeah, Sonic Frontiers. So I've yet to see how this plays. I've heard mixed reviews on it. It's good, it's bad, it's this and that, but at the end of the day, it's personal choice and whether you like to watch it, want to play it or not, or if you're playing it, do you enjoy it enough? It's personal choice. So I picked it up for 29 quid. Thought, yeah, I'll have a bit of that. So yet to play that one. That's still sealed. It may stay sealed a while because I've got a fair few to go through. So that's Sonic Frontiers. And then the next one I picked up, of course, which is maybe some people have heard of this one. If you like your Resident Evil style kind of games, but this has a lot more action shooter elements to it. This game looks pretty awesome, I have to admit, and that is Evil West. And this is like, as I say, it's like it's like the Resident Evil 4 style of gameplay where you can see characters from behind, but this guy's like a cowboy from the Western, obviously, but very gory, very shooter happy. This is like a good shoot 'em up, levels, bosses and things like that, but I don't think a lot of people talked about this one. But it looks pretty awesome, and I was going to actually play this, but the wife told me, oh, I'll play that one, because I made it this morning, and I got my 5 games out, I said, pick a game, and I'll play that one, and she goes, a picture Returnal, so I thought, right, I've got to play this one. So this one was going to be my next, but now it's going to have to probably after Returnal, unfortunately. So Evil West, if you haven't checked it out, go check the videos out on YouTube. Pretty damn awesome game, and I'm looking forward to playing that one. Next we have this one, which is a Dead Space clone. A lot of issues with it when it first came out, but they have brought patches out and improved it gameplay wise, which is very good. Looking forward to playing this one as well, and that is the Callisto Protocol. So why they brought this out so close to the remake of Dead Space is beyond me. It is a person who worked for the original team who made Dead Space, who obviously started his own team and then made this game, which is basically, to me, a carbon copy of Dead Space. Just different. It's more stealthy, more hands-on, more, you know, it's not, it is weapon-based, but it's more melee. This is more a melee game. But still, looking forward to giving this a go. Obviously, as I said, there's been an update for this, so the gameplay elements, and it plays a hell of a lot better than it did when it came out on day one, because there was a lot of complaints about this. So looking forward to giving that one a go. So that's the Callisto Protocol. And then finally, the granddaddy, the main game, which everybody's had. And I haven't heard a lot, unless I just haven't watched videos on how this game's being played, but a lot of people have said it's good, from what I've heard. But I haven't watched a lot of videos on it because I didn't want to ruin it for myself. And that is, of course, God of War Ragnarok. If it's anything like its predecessor, then this is going to be an absolutely amazing game. I cannot wait to get this into the PS5 and give this a go. So there is the last PS5 game, and that is, of course, God of War Ragnarok. I will get round to that. This is going to be into next year now, so I'll probably be one of the last people to have actually played this and finished it. But if it's anything like the last one, I'm going to be in for a good time. So well happy with that. So that is my PS5 games. And then finally, we've got the Nintendo Switch. Right, so Nintendo Switch, what do we have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Nintendo Switch games. Now this one is a shop called B&M in the UK, of course. Maybe not wherever, if you're watching in the US or whatever. It's just a shop that sells everything. Technically, it's like probably a Walmart in a sense. But this was on the actual till section when I walked in there, and I seen it for like £10. I thought, oh, I'll have that. Not realising that is an actual download code in the box. I thought it was a physical card. But it's the Namco Museum Archives Volume 2. Yeah, you've got Pac-Land on there, and you've got Dig Dug on there. Not that I can see with my glasses. I think you've got Gallagher on there, Rolling Thunder on there. So I think I'll just download it to the Switch. I might as well. I've got a fair few downloads on the Switch anyway. So for a tenner, I'm just going to keep it. It is what it is. And I love the old classic arcade games anyway. So that's the first one. That's the Namco Museum Archives Volume 2. So I only paid a tenner for that, so that's not so bad. The next one is one I've had a while, and I played this, and I absolutely love this. This is a fantastic side-scrolling action game, and this is a limited run, and this is the Blood Rain Betrayal Fresh Bites edition. And if you've ever played Blood Rain, the original PS2 Blood Rain, which I still have, they were like a Resident Evil style walking around hack and slash adventure, but this is now a side-scrolling action game, and it's done very, very well. Love the move sets, love the way the story plays out. It's an absolutely awesome side-scrolling action game. If you're into the kind of action side-scrolling games, this is definitely one to add to the collection. So limited run, whether you can get this from limited run anymore, I'm not too sure. But I was well happy to pick this one up, and absolutely love Blood Rain, the original Blood Rain. I know it's dated now because I did bring a reboot out of the Blood Rain collection on the Switch, but I've still got them on the PS2. So whether I pick that up in due course, I don't know. I've got this one, so I might as well pick the other two. It's hammy acting and all that in the originals, but that's the way it is. It's it was good for the day, but you can tell nowadays Blood Rain's pretty poor. But this contrast, absolutely fantastic, gory, very, very good action platforming game. So if you haven't played this, check it out on YouTube. Go check the reviews. Absolutely awesome game. Blood Rain Betrayal Fresh Bites Edition. Absolutely classic game. Next few games, right, sealed games, a couple of sealed games. Now this one I bought, I haven't yet opened. I've obviously got the other Turtles game, which is absolutely amazing. Such a throwback to the original Turtles, like Turtles in Time and things like that. Absolutely loved it, and obviously, of course, the Turtles arcade game. Really, really good Turtles game. But I had to pick up this one. This is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection, and this has all of the Turtles games you could ever want on one little cartridge. So very, very happy to pick this one up. I haven't yet opened this one and played it. But a very, very good way to own all of the classic Turtles games from the likes of the NES and the Super Nintendo, and you've got the arcade variants on there also as well. So absolutely fantastic little collection there, and definitely worth getting. Very happy to have that, and I will get around to playing it one of these days when I've got time to sit down and breathe for 5 minutes. So that's the Cowabunga collection. Next is a game I originally had on the original Xbox, another limited run game. Now they have brought the second one out. I didn't pre-order the second one because I didn't really play the second one. I played the first one to death, and I quite liked it. Now this is of course Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Absolutely love this on the original Xbox. RPG elements. You're a Jedi, of course, and the story progresses on how you want to unfold it. You can be a Sith Lord, end up being a Sith Lord, or end up being a true Jedi. It's entirely your way of wanting to play this game. As I say, I played this one, loved it. Of course, you got Revan. I think that's Revan, the main protagonist in this one. But as I say, awesome game back in the day. Whether it's changed, I'm not too sure whether I've revamped the graphics or anything on this. I haven't got round to obviously playing it because you can see it's still sealed. But eventually I'm going to give this a go, and if I can pick the second one up, I will, because it'd be nice to have them both together. So there you go, that's the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. And then we've got a shooter, an M2 shooter. I do pick up the odd one, and this is a Japanese exclusive only. You can't get these this game anywhere but Japan, and it is quite a sought after one and quite an expensive one. And I was lucky enough to pick this up. I would say lucky. It was a fairly priced game. It's about 80 quid It's probably a hell of a lot more than that now. But this is a ESP RA-D. And this is a game by M2, a top-down shooter. And this is an absolutely awesome bullet hell game. Hard as nails. Trust me, hard as nails. I'm not the greatest shoot 'em up player as it is. So I'll go and buy a game like this, which is absolutely neon impossible to me, and I'll die in seconds. But very, very good game to add to my Switch collection. As I say, it's a Japanese exclusive. You can't get this anywhere but Japan. And as I say, it's an M2 game. So plenty more good shooters coming out next year. So I might be picking a fair few more shooters up. I did get Death Smiles 1 and 2, which I do like. So I add this one as well. So a couple of great shooters to the collection. As I say, there's going to be a fair few more coming out next year. So I'll probably pick up a good few more shooters. But fighters are the main bread and butter for me. I love my fighting games, of course. I do have 2 more coming from PlayAsia. Looking forward to those. One I've never played because he only come out on a certain system I used to own, but I got rid of. But the actual cartridge is mega money nowadays. It's silly money. But we'll talk about that when we get it. And then there's another PlayAsia exclusive game, which is a fighter, which I'm really looking forward to. New game, which I'll be glad to get into the fighting game collection. So can't get enough fighters. Absolutely love the fighting games. But we're going to end on a fighting game. And this one is the PlayAsia exclusive also. And this is, of course, this is the Fighting Legends pack. And this is the Darkstalkers and the Street Fighter collection. But it comes in a box set, and the box set is absolutely beautiful. I love the artwork on that. Look at that. It's absolutely amazing. But they come with the two games. And of course you get the Capcom Fighting Collection. And then you get the Street Fighter, what's that one? 30th anniversary edition. And that is the international version. So I've already got this, but I just wanted this because I wanted the collection, the box. But this, awesome. All the Darkstalkers you could ever need on this. Every single version. Ones that were obviously unreleased over here or anywhere in Europe or US, just strictly Japan release only. You got Red Earth on here, which has never been released. The only way I've played anything to do with Red Earth was Capcom Fighting Jam on the PS2 Japanese variant, and that was only characters from the game that you could use in the actual fighting game itself. So the actual arcade game Red Earth is now available to play on here, which is really good. I'm looking forward to playing that. Very, very different fighting game. Really bizarre, mad characters like dinosaurs and lions and things like that. So I'm looking forward to giving that a go. I say all the Darkstalkers you need, all the Street Fighters, Puzzle Fighter and everything like that on there you want. And there's also, I think it's called, I'm not too sure, Cybots, the Sega Saturn Cybots one-on-one fighting robot game. That's on here also. So absolutely awesome. Very, very much looking forward to playing this. But let's say you get that in the box, and that's only because I just wanted this box set that goes with it, because the artwork, as I say, is pretty immense. So there we have it. That is the Capcom, what's it called? The Legendary Pack. But absolutely love that artwork, and another amazing game to add to the Switch collection. So plenty more Switch next year, I can guarantee you that. So there we have it. That is everything for 2022. I'm up to date. As I say, next year, hopefully, I'm going to try and get some more videos up. Hopefully, I can interact a little bit more, because with the way work goes for me, because I work nights, it's difficult for me to do anything in the week. I just can't. I've just got no time, because I've got all through the day. And when I go to work, everybody's home and they've got the night to do what they need to do. So I'm just out the loop where that's concerned. But be nice to interact with other tubers, and as I say, I want to get some more events next year, get more content up, get to meet new YouTubers, because as I say, I haven't been out. I do have one local event to go to very soon. I think it's at the end of Feb, so I'll be looking forward to going to that. That's local. I can't remember the name of it now, but I will be going there, I guarantee you that. That'll be the first event of the year. But yes, I just want to do more of what I haven't had the opportunity to do this year, because as I say, videos have been very limited. Getting out to any events has been near on impossible, just haven't had the chance. And meeting up and just catching up with you guys who I haven't seen for a good couple of years. I didn't even meet Blackpool this year, which was a shame, but a bit of a washout, unfortunately. But regardless, there's always 2023, remember that. So, I'm going to leave it here, guys, and girls, of course, because there are gamer girls out there, and there's plenty of them. So, all I've got to say to you is have a fantastic New Year's Eve. I wish everybody a happy 2023, gaming wise, life wise, in general, and health and things like that. And hopefully I'll get to see some of you guys in 2023 and meet up at the events. And there's a lot of new content and new opportunities in YouTube. I just want to get in there a little bit more and get back in the loop, because I'm not in the loop at the moment. I'm just on the outskirts watching everybody else having fun. So anyway, as per usual, I am Cybersnake7. Keep playing, guys, and remember, always keep watching. All the best.